And we're back with the crew Motorfest. So, last week we aimed for gold. We actually got gold, like top of gold. Oh, dude, okay, I kind of missed out on 100k. Yep. That's fine though. Let's jump over and just put something in here. Just so that we do actually have it. Could put up the Diablo. I think this one is quite sick as well. I just now realized that we are doing like... That kind of reminds me of a Hellcat. Either way, let's put that up and register it for the custom show. Now, if we go over to this and we go to activities, I don't remember if we have that TVR. We do. Okay, so we got 350k. That is money. Good. Some extra cash will never hurt. 4k though, not that interesting. You get that, and we do also have something here. 36k. That's good. Do we have anything else? I do not believe so. We do have the summit. I think we're gonna get... Yeah, we're gonna get 350k for that as well, which is really good. Because the Noble M500 is a really good car, but we do already have it. So what are we sitting at now? Above 5 mil, which is actually really good. 350k for the CL63 SL63 is not that bad, honestly. We might actually take up on that offer. The Viper as well wouldn't be too bad. I do want to see though. So next week we are gonna get the new update, which I'm actually quite excited for. Now, I will definitely jump in and do this summit. I'm not too interested in... I don't even know what the mood kit does. So we might be chasing it just to see what it is. I love that we have the Diablo on display there. But what I want to do today is I do want to finish off this playlist now that we have the last 2 races available for us. Last week we did have the first one available, but this actual last one wasn't available. So before we do that though, we can do that in between, honestly. I do want to buy that SL. So as I mentioned, we do have 5 million, and I don't want to spend too much of it, because I have a feeling we're gonna burn a lot of money on rims and stuff. So the Bentley Millionaire Backlar, I'm not entirely sure what it's actually like called. Ooh, okay, so I've actually driven this one in yellow, but I haven't seen it in gray. Quite a sick color for this car. I think I've mentioned this quite a few times. I'm a big Audi fan, like VAG Group fan. Mainly Audi, but yeah, regardless. I'm not the biggest fan of BMW and stuff like that, but something I do like is actually... Oh god. I do actually like Bentleys. I haven't worked on one yet. I haven't like gotten too invested with them, but I do like the looks of them. I might be... Yeah, it's gotta be Bentley that is owned by BMW Group, and then Rolls-Royce is with VAG, I think. By the way, talking about VAG Group, VAG Group actually owns a bit of Bugatti, if I'm not mistaken. Like a percentage of the shares. But I saw something about Mark Rimac wanting to like buy out Bugatti completely and taking on that company himself, which is really interesting. Because Bugatti hasn't really seemed to be dipping their toes in the electric market. And I mean, Rimac, he kind of, you know, he kind of owns the fastest electric market. I don't think Rimacs are, they're cool, but you know, all this electrical car stuff, as I've mentioned before as well, I'm not too interested in. Now there are some innovations with them that are quite interesting, but for a daily car use, I don't like it. Okay, I don't think that it's there yet, nor do I like the fact that it doesn't have, like, you know, the sounds. I like an AV8. You know, I want that actual engine combustion sound, which the electric cars are lacking very much. Yes, you can buy sound systems and speakers and stuff like that to like digitally make an engine noise, but you're never gonna get the feel of an actual like V8, V6, whatever with that. But I mean, I understand that there is a market for it and everything. Now, with that said, the Remax and stuff like that is a bit different because you're talking about top speed performance and stuff like that. That's when it becomes something else. Something I have heard also that it seems to be a lot of fun, very dangerous and very scary, but a lot of fun as well, is electric motocross. It's become very popular over the last few years, as I've seen, and I think that's for many reasons. The instant torque and the ability to actually like run through different mappings in them seems to be a big reason why people love them. And I mean, I understand that. And then there's the thing of like being able to take it out to forests and stuff like that, because I know a lot of regular people don't like motocrosses in, like, you know, a public forest, which is, I mean, I guess understandable and stuff like that. It makes noise and all of that. But just with taking out the noise, I think people are way more accepted or accepting it way more than a regular motocross. Ooh, I do like the blue. I think the blue is really sick. I do kind of want to go for it. The red is looking very nice though. Okay. So proper like AMG, the silver wheels. Bam. So not my, it's not the AMG that I like the most, because I think the SL is like kind of short, but it's still a really cool car. I do kind of want to run this clean. Oh, okay, look, I kind of want to go for this. Can we go for that with the regular headlights? No, it does not seem like it. So we got the intercooler. Dude, the lights, I would like to run this like front bumper and grill, but I think that the DRLs and like all the LED lights are kind of destroying it for me. Yeah, there's something about it. This just looks way better. Oh, dude, we're getting that tow hook. That's kind of sad. Okay, we might run the tow hook just because. No, wrong one. That one. Because I do kind of want to make it a bit sporty. Is that changing something else? We're getting a vent. And oh, dude, why couldn't you just keep like the ducktail? That's so sad, man. Oh, what the hell is that? I just honestly think that this car is so clean when it's like Let's put some wood trim. I mean, yeah, I don't think I like not like bam. Okay, we're done. Yeah, I will say I thought we were gonna be able to make a lot of different stuff to this. But honestly, I kinda just wanna keep it like this. Maybe, just maybe, we go for this instead. What? Okay, I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do. What is it gonna look like with something like... something like that, and then... that works. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very skeptical. If we go for brand and then go to... it's gonna be on the Mercedes, right? Yes. So this is actually like my favorite chassis that they have. This one is sick, but I prefer this one, if I'm being honest. But dude, the SL actually looks quite good, I won't lie. This one's kind of clean. We don't talk about this SLS. I kind of want to redo that one at some point. This one is kind of sick. And then the AMG one. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the SL. Though we will be putting new rims on and stancing that out, I think, when that update arrives. Because I think that that's going to be really, really sick. Don't we have the S1000? Okay, that's rather interesting. Now, let's actually jump over and finish off the playlist that we've been dreading on for so long. Yeah, I think that I do want to go back to alloy wheels. But yeah, it does look actually quite good. This is a car that is so freaking beautiful from factory that you kind of don't want to mess up by throwing like a bunch of different parts on it. Yes, I could put a lot of carbon fiber and wings and stuff on this. I don't think that's gonna make it look any good. Some window tint would do this good though, so we'll put that on at some point. But you guys gotta remind me as well to actually get on and do stuff with this when the update arrives, because I'm for sure gonna forget about it. I have a tendency to do that. But yeah, I think the color choice is good. I would love to try it in blue as well. But yeah, I like this. That is the wrong button. So we're not gonna drive this all around Maui for now. I do want to do another one of those videos where I just drive around for like 10 to 15 minutes. I think those videos, it didn't perform that well. But I kind of, me personally, I enjoy those videos quite a lot. Oh, the new Vantage. It is looking good, man. Aston Martin uses a lot of Mercedes parts as well. You can actually, like, you can tell that there is similarities between them. There are certain elements and like body lines that you feel like, okay, yeah, this could be like a AMG or something. And vice versa, this could be like a potential body line for a Aston Martin. I think that's kind of cool. I think there's such a stigma around the whole, you know, German versus German car. I don't know. I'm not a big fan about that for that competition. Now, as I've said before, I'm not the biggest fan of BMW. But I mean, Audi and Mercedes, I definitely like, and I'm not the biggest fan of BMW. So that's about it. But I don't understand why there has to be a war between the brands. And I mean, it is starting to become more or less and less of that, I would say, from what I'm seeing. But I just don't understand the point. If somebody doesn't like the brand, so be it. But yeah, I don't know. I think a car is a car, you know? And take that with a grain of salt. Because yes, there are cars that are worse than other cars. Statistically, the German brands are very like service dependent. But they also tend to be very reliable if you actually take care of them and do the service that is needed. And I mean, there has to be context to everything. But I think that there's definitely cars that are worth buying more than others. But it's also, I don't know, you kind of gotta figure that out for yourself. Because yes, let's take my S5 for example. There is a very bad car for majority of people to buy because it is very costly, it's very expensive to repair. It does break quite a lot, but it's also like, for me it's kind of worth, since I do a lot, I'm not gonna say I do a lot of work with those cars, I don't, but I do know how to work on that car, which majority of people won't know. Yes, you can learn it by buying it, that's kind of what I did, but it's also like, if I can figure that out, I can get parts, I know where to get parts that are cheaper and thus work, and vice versa, you know, then that car becomes a lot more worth for me to buy, counter for somebody that has to put it into like a dealership. And I think you gotta like kind of take those into consideration when you talk about cars as well. And if you start doing it that way, every car is bad and every car is good. And that is kind of where I want to like get to. Yes, you have more reliable cars than others, but it's like you gotta figure out what you like, man. That's the bottom line, and I don't see why we have to fight about it. Some people like, and that's the beauty of it. And we can take if people like different cars, different brands, we get very different cars and very different brands, which is good because that means more ideas, more cars and such, and to take inspiration from, which is just good. Creates competition, which drives up prices for a lot of stuff, which makes them able to buy, like, make more. Now we are getting into an era where making more cars isn't the best, because a lot of stuff that is coming out today is very mass produced, very soulless, and very bad quality overall, I think. So that's kind of sad. But if you go around and like go back to the whole create cars with passions, that type of stuff, I think it's gonna make a lot more sales. Because especially the German brands are losing. Oh wait, we get a mill for this? I feel like a lot of the German brands do tend to kind of forget what they actually make all their money from. I'm gonna choose that, but for now, we have 6 million. That's good. That's good. Custom mode unlocked. That's something we gotta look into one day as well. Do you have a bit of stuff to go through before we get there? But the custom stuff seems to be a good way to go. Okay, so that is the Luxury Chronicles playlist done. Did get quite a good sum of money for it, and yeah, I think I'm gonna see you guys in Motorfest at least one more time this week before we get the new update. So stay tuned for that, and tomorrow we will be looking at either the Crew 2 or some Battlefield. We will see where it ends up being. I do want to continue on the story on Battlefield, and by the way, as you can see here, is a picture of the new wheels and some stunts on the E46 M3. So, with that said, if you guys enjoy, leave a like and a comment down below, subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you all tomorrow in the next one. Take care, guys. Have a good one. See you all then. Bye. Bye.